Wordsmith Private Eye. By Wordsmith, I stole to blame Jeffries. As I sat in my office, penning the daily newspaper crossword puzzle, slits of light leaked through the Venetian blinds and onto my desk. Then, suddenly, she walked in, dressed to the nines, with her eyes dotted and tears crossed. "Are you Wordsmith, the famous Private Eye?" she asked. "That depends," I asked back, unadjusting. "My name is Hannah Ivana. Maybe you've heard of me?" Hannah Ivana was the owner of the Alphabet Soup Company. I tried to remain calm. "Maybe I am," I said coolly, peering back at my crossword. "Number 10 down. Mix up the letters to make a new word. 7 letters, starting with an A." "Easy," she said, "anagram." "And that's a yes," I said. "This is an anagram of easy," she said. I could tell she was my kind of person, a wordplay person. "Hannah, did you know that your name is a palindrome, the same word backward and forward?" "I know that," she replied, "but if you know that, you must be Wordsmith, the private detective, specializing in cases that have to do with parts of speech, punctuation, and language. Am I right?" She had me pegged like a wooden handbrake, nailed like a post to a fence, cornered like a... I couldn't come up with another simile, so until I did, I figured I might as well take the case. "What did you need me to do? Find a misplaced modifier? Rescue a dangling participle? Subordinate the clause?" "Nothing that simple, Roadman. I need you to decipher the meaning of these notes, which came wrapped around a brick thrown through a window in my factory." She handed me the 3 slips of paper, each one with a separate message. "Never order even, run the treat, and leave evil." "Leave evil" is a palindrome, I said, and the calling card of the master criminal, the Punisher. My old foe was loose again. "Never order even" is another palindrome, but also a riddle. One number is never order even. I was drawing a blank, coming on empty, getting nothing, zip, just zero. That was it. Zero. Zero was neither odd or even. Yet I thought zero could be the answer. Why? The Punisher never gave straight answer, so it must be a clue. And to think that Finn used to be a friend of mine until he stole the R. Another way to say zero is goose, right? So that must be what you're looking for, but where? A farm, suggested Hannah. A pond? Too literal. Check the other note. "Run the treat," she read aloud. "Anagram it, using the same letters. What kinds of place? Run the treat." For a while we scratched our heads, contemplating. Then Hannah said, "Restaurant." "Nice going, kid." Exactly. But what kind of restaurant would serve a goose? A foul place for sure. 3. We checked the internet for poultry joints in the area. "The Chicken Little." "No." "The Hen Pen." "No." "Your Turkey." "No, but I did like their slogan, which is Thanksgiving 365 days in a year." "The Duck." "We are getting closer." You're good is good." That was it. On the way to the restaurant, I thought back on my days of the force. Our days. The Punisher and I were rookies together on the grammar patrol. We worked the streets, cleaning up people's speech and fixing their punctuation errors. Yeah, it was a tough job, but someone had to do it. Think of a world where people put I before E even after C. There would be chaos. The Punisher, then known as Walter White, got mad when people told him to buzz off for correcting their syntax. He thought they should thank him and invite him over for a game of Scrabble, but you can't go into this line of work limited to make friends, you know what I mean? Webster took it personally and wanted revenge. Since he felt unappreciated, he left the force to do the job on his own way, even if it was against the rules of grammar. Unfortunately, on the way to the restaurant, I got lost in thought again. If the plural of mouth is mice, why isn't the plural of house hives? And if more than one man is man, why isn't more than one pen pen? By the time we arrived at the restaurant, the Punisher had vanished. I was correct, he had been there, and I confirmed this by interviewing the owner, Otto. A short time ago, faster than you can say, the salami sandwich and rye hold the menu. "Did you serve a man a goose egg?" "Yeah, and it was nothing but a babe," he said, sounding suspiciously like a third-rate stand-up comedian. "Did you order anything else?" "A jumbo hot dog that I knew he took a mighty great pleasure in consuming." "How did you know that?" And then, "That was a mistake. Being a private eye, I could see and hear the painful pun coming." "Well," fished Odo, holding back a smile, "he ate it with relish." "Oh," groaned Anna in horror, "that was a brutally bad joke." Speaking of bad jokes, what do you call a rabbit that tells jokes? A funny bunny, I said. What do you call a dog that falls into a pool? A doggy doggy. What do you call a squashed feline? A flat cat. Stop it, Cordena. I can't take any more. These terrible jokes with rhyming punchlines are called hinky pinkies. As a wordplay pro, I knew that in the wrong hands it could be deadly. Then it dawned on me, like the East Coast at 6 in the morning. The Punisher had somehow turned over into a bad joke-telling zombie. Consequently, an army of zombie surfers would make life miserable for everyone else with their non-stop punning and painful wordplay. The English language would be destroyed. Therefore, my only hope was to get Odo out of this trance. So, as any noble detective would do, I sharpened my wits and prepared for action. That fits me, said the tailor. Ouch, cried Anna. That's shopping, said the electrician. Yank, she shrieked. Help, piped up the plumber from under the sink. Please make it stop, Ward. I saw the gagging Odo, but once the gag was removed, he started gagging it up again. Therefore, my only hope was to tie up his tongue with the dose of the tweezers. Repeat after me, I said to the waiter, 5 times fast. 5 times fast. No, quickly repeat what I'm about to say 5 times, you name it. Okay? She felt seashells by the seashore. It was a tough tongue twister, and I knew I was taking a risk having him say it, yet I concluded all the blubbering similar constant sounds would either knock some sense into him or knock him senseless. She felt seashells by the seashore, she felt seashells by the sea, she felt seashells, and that's when he blanked out. No, I said, knocking on Odo's noggin before he awoke, groggy and blurry-eyed. Who's there? Wordsmith, I said. Wordsmith who? Wordsmith Privadine. Technically, that wasn't a noggin joke, but I wasn't trying to be funny or unfunny. Never heard of him, Odo said. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a job to do. Torture innocent people with painfully bad jokes, said Anna. No, we're the customers. So my tongue twister had done the job. The waiter was no longer under the Punisher's spell, yet we still had to uncover what the thing was up to. And the thing that Red used to rate the grammar with me until he stole the E. Did your last customer leave you a tip? I asked the No, Odo said, but here's his tip. Don't talk to strangers with your mouth full. Then he continued, Today is a red letter day, and by tomorrow all the letters that are red will be mine. Red letters that are red, what does that mean? I've got it, said Anna. The Punisher is going to steal all the letters from my alphabet soup factory. That was it. If the Punisher had control of all the letters, he could control all the words, and with that, the entire English language, proper speech, proper punctuation, and proper grammar will be strictly enforced. Anyone caught breaking the rules of grammar will be sentenced to hard labor, splitting infinitives. To the alphabet soup factory in a jiffy, I declared. Yet we couldn't find the jiffy, so we waved for a taxi. We arrived at the factory just as the Punisher was vacuuming up the last C into a gigantic truck marked A to Z for you, proving that Hannah was right. He was stealing all the letters. Webster, I said, stop. That punch backward direction and ran the letters to make top through spot. Same old Webster, I thought. I would have thought a flashy private eye could come up with a more difficult word for me to anagram, like halt or desist. You're losing your touches with words, word. Hardly, old friend, give me your belt, Potsdam. The Punisher fired up his gun. What do mummy stands do? Rhyme music? What does a clock do when it's hungry? Go back for a second. What's a barber's motive? Here today, gone tomorrow. Okay, you're still a funny guy, but I'm the one with all the letters, and soon I'll make sure all the rules are followed, period, exclamation point. You're the one who loves it, Webster. You're such a stickler for proper speech that you have forgotten how to have fun with phonics, play with problems, laugh and language. Ha, my puns put the in laugh. I can beat you at any wordplay game, Marty, so name your weapon. Alright, we'll spin spinnerism. I'll say a phrase. You'll need to change the initial sounds of some of the words to make a new phrase. No problem, or shall I say, problem. Pick up the word, Raiden. He's good. I knew he was good, but I was better. At least from the point of view of wordplay, where silly and stupid trump straight and narrow. Here goes. Know your blues because nicking your pose means you have very mad manners. Don't you mean blow your nose because picking your nose means you have very bad manners. Round 1, the Punisher. Now it was his turn to try to stump me. He said, "Leader, it's time to send the mail to our Calships and Bruisers." Don't you mean, listen here, it's time to send the mail to our Calships and... listen here. Round 1, the Punisher. Now it was his turn to try to stump me. He said, "Leader, it's time to send the mail to our Calships and Bruisers." Don't you mean, listen here, it's time to mend the sails of our battleships and cruisers. Well done, word, go again. Wait, interrupted Hannah, you two are too evenly matched. We'll be here, however, here forever. Let's decide this dispute with one ultimate rule. If the Punisher enters correctly, he gets all the letters and dominates the dictionary, but if word is correct, the letters stay, and the Punisher makes like a tree and lives. A riddle? Laughed the Punisher. I invented riddles. You're wrong. Hannah, he's the wizard of riddles. But you have the gift of illogical logic, word. Then she patted my shoulder encouragingly. You two have 10 seconds, so tell me, 2 wrongs don't make a right, but 3 of these do. This was new for me, but it reminded me of my daily crossword puzzle. I stole a look at the Punisher and spied the cookie smirk on his face. 7 seconds, I got lost in thought again, walking one way, then another, then another. 3 seconds, then it struck me like a clock at midnight. I snagged another glimpse at the Punisher to see if he knew the answer. He hadn't moved. However, the smirk on his face had vanished. Time's up, called Anna. So tell me, 2 wrongs don't make a right, but 3 of these do. Said the Punisher meekly. 3 wrongs? No, I said coolly. It's 3 left turns. See, I turned left, then left again. Then, suddenly, I was facing the right direction. Absolutely right. No words left for you, Punisher, Hannah quipped. The letter belonged to us. I'll be back, yelled the Punisher. He laughed in a huff. Then again, it might have been a minute and a half. We were quipping for quite a while. The end.